YouTube, what is up? Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about the game theory of gold. You see, guys, I was talking to a friend today, a good friend today, and we were talking about cryptocurrencies, gold, inflation, macroeconomics, everything going on right now. And what I realized was there's a certain component to gold that a lot of the cryptocurrency community is not addressing. Um, and guys, look, I'm pro crypto. I'm long term bullish on the sector. Um, but just listen to a second for what I have to say about this. So the way I view cryptocurrency is the the value of the cryptocurrency is essentially the value of the applications built on it. Those applications need the crypto in order to run. And so the inherent value of whatever crypto you're buying, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, is the future value of all the cash flows that those apps will generate from using that crypto. So it's essentially a call on, a high growth tech stock. That's basically what each crypto is. Um, and I know there's a lot out there saying, Bitcoin will be the next layer of the internet because of the security and all of that. And that may be the case, in which case it's a tech company like Google. Um, and so therefore it's not in any way comparable to the precious metals, to gold, to silver. Now, why is this important right now? Well, right now, as a lot of you probably know, the U.S. government and governments all around the world, along with central banks around the world, are performing unprecedented quantitative easing and expansion of their respective monetary supplies, right? So you got money supplies going up, which is pulling slowly inflation up, and you have interest rates suppressed from all of that quantitative easing that they're doing. So the result is over leveraged economies that can't handle higher interest rates to fund their debt, and eventual stagflation. So this is where you hear a lot of guys. Peter Schiff, in my view, is kind of the lead guy on this, talking about the coming stagflation and kind of the repeat of the 1970s era. Now, how does this link to precious metals and crypto, right? Well, remember, I talked about how crypto is like a call option on a high growth tech stock. Obviously, the market cap of total crypto is 2 trillion. So I believe that's about the same market cap as a Apple or a Google. So while that's a huge market cap, what you got to remember is a lot of these are, I won't say overvalued, but right now the price is being sustained from all the easy money policies. Obviously, there's a lot of interest in these cryptos, and there's a lot of potential there. And like I said, I'm bullish long term on crypto. But that being said, the inherent value is not the same as gold. They're two completely different things. Why is that? Well, you have central banks like Canada, US, central banks all around the world. The Canada Central Bank has actually offloaded all of its gold reserves. So a lot of crypto bulls would jump on that and say, hey, central banks don't care about gold. They don't care about holding gold in their treasury accounts. And I would say that's not true. The simple reason for that is with Canada, they have tons and tons of gold under the ground. And we know the Canadian government is not afraid to, have big control over private enterprise. So if the Canadian government, if the Canadian central bank really needed the gold or precious metals under the ground, they could essentially take over some of those private mines, right? So they could centralize control over some of those mines and take some of that. Canada is one of the best place in the world for mining precious metals. So the central bank may not need the precious metals right now because they can take control of some of the mines in the future and the future output. Now here's the key difference, right? All of these metals, gold, silver, copper, nickel, lithium, uranium, any thing that you get out of the earth as a commodity, as a raw material that goes into a product. Those materials that's the baseline for all of the physical products that are used today. You need those elements in order to make the products that you and I and everyone consumes. So if we just play a simple game, two economies, two countries. One country has all of the Bitcoin, has all of the cryptocurrencies in the world. The other country has all of the metals in the world. The other country has all the gold, all the silver, copper, nickel, lithium, uranium. Who's going to win? What good is the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, Cardano? What good is the cryptocurrency when you've got to buy the metals from me? I hold all of the metals. And so that's what a lot of people just aren't seeing. And that's why central banks will never offload their gold, no matter how good the cryptocurrencies get, no matter how widespread they get. The gold is a bartering tool. Gold is used, and I hear this a lot, gold is, there's no industrial use, it's used for jewelry. Guys, it's not true. Gold is, if it was cheaper, it would be used a lot more in electronics. It's one of the best conductors of electricity, and it doesn't degrade over time. And so that's why copper is used in a lot of wires, a lot of electronics, because it's a cheaper version of gold. It's just obviously not as high quality, right? So if gold were cheaper, it would be used a lot more. But because it's so expensive, it's used sparingly. But gold is a very valuable metal for use in many kinds of electronics and aerospace. It's one of the most useful metals in the world. And it's also very rare. And so it can be used as a bartering tool for other metals. So I could give you gold for some of your copper, some nickel, lithium. Lithium's used in EV batteries, right? So it can be used as a bartering tool. Well, what can Bitcoin or Ethereum be used as a bartering tool for? Well, really nothing. It's kind of like a country holding some Google stock or Apple stock and saying, hey, I'll give you some Google or Apple stock for your gold and silver. And yeah, right now that could work. But in times of crisis, you need the real thing. You need the things that are actually going to eventually create products in order to barter. That's what everyone wants. Because what does Apple need to make its products? It needs the metals. And so that's what I think people are really missing here is you can't compare gold and silver, or all these precious metals, any commodity, any physical commodity. You cannot compare that to cryptocurrencies. So all these people saying, oh, Bitcoin's the new digital gold, all these things, it's just not the same thing, not the same comparison, guys. And so I hope after this video, you kind of have a fresh perspective on the Bitcoin versus gold argument, on the cryptocurrency versus gold and precious metals argument. Yeah, and you can kind of see them in a different light. So I appreciate you watching this video, and if you really enjoyed it, obviously I'm just getting started here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll try to make a few more videos and see how it goes. All right, thanks guys.